my name is Angel Hallis and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a freshman at Cabrini University, and for one of my classes, my Com 101 class, we were looking into ethical and sustainable fashion. So this is what this video is going to be about. What I knew about ethical and sustainable fashion prior to this project was not a lot, to be honest. I never really thought about what was going on in the process of making my clothes. That thought never just crossed my mind. You know, you just go out and you buy clothes, something everybody does. So I didn't know everything that was actually going on that makes clothing unethical and unsustainable, which is, you know, the poor working conditions, the low wages, child labor. Like, I had no idea that any of that was happening just to produce the clothes on my back. To kind of go off of what I just said, I hadn't really thought much about the clothing that I wear, so I didn't really perceive ethical and sustainable fashion at all. I didn't even know it was a thing. To be honest, I didn't know people were even struggling to make clothes. I didn't know that's how it went. And so yeah, now I know about it. I know the poor working conditions. I know people don't make money. I know kids are being forced to make clothes when they're 8 years old. So it's a little ridiculous, if you ask me. So due to my interest in the subject and my past research, Nike is actually an ethical and sustainable brand. Back in 1991, Nike was called out for poor working conditions and low wages. There were protests and boycotts along with heavy media attention, which ultimately resulted in Nike making changes to how they make their clothes. And now Nike is one of the most sustainable companies out there. I think this comeback that they had is what really sets them apart from other companies. Like, this was something that they knew they had to change, and they did. And other companies who aren't ethical and aren't sustainable, it's not like people don't know it, they're just not doing anything about it. Nike is able to strive as an ethically sourced company because what they make, it lasts, it works, it's great quality material. You can have Nike clothes in your closet for just about ever, as long as you're not growing anymore. They last and they're worth it. I think other companies could learn from Nike that you can make great clothes and still be sustainable. If you look at Nike, it doesn't seem that hard. They're doing fantastic. I don't think that's ever going to change. So the media portrays Nike as a great company with compelling and sometimes controversial ads, but that just gets people to talk about Nike even more, and that just spreads messages even more about how great of a company Nike is, or if they're spreading controversy, it doesn't matter, their name is still being put out there. The media doesn't really touch on Nike's ethical and sustainable factories. I'm not sure why, because I feel like that's something you really should advertise. But who knows. As I've worked on this project, I've come to realize that the media covers sustainable fashion, so the message just gets out. According to a website called Infuse, bloggers promote sustainable fashion, and there's a documentary called The True Cost, which shows the poor working conditions and how much people really work to make the clothes that everybody wears. There's also a growing number of charities and nonprofit organizations and global movements such as the Fashion Revolution. There have been celebrity influencers as well, like Meghan Markle, whose wardrobe is often mentioned in her media, and it's often very sustainable. There's also Emma Watson, and you may know her as Hermione from Harry Potter, and she is an endorser of eco-friendly fashion. She spent a decade promoting eco brands through collaborations on the red carpet and directly to her high number of fans on social media. Even with all of this being said though, the media coverage is out there, if you're looking for it, but it doesn't really last very long. It doesn't reach everyone. And I think that's because not many people, like me when I started this project, we weren't aware of how our clothes were being made and what was happening. So the media portrays it as, like, if you find media that does portray it, it portrays it as something that's great and it should be done, and I agree with, but this isn't something you're gonna see, you know, out on like the news or something. Like that's not being covered. So I think it should definitely be brought to more attention. But yeah, that's my opinion. Thank you for joining me for this video.